Every Tuesday, 3 vendors in ESO change their wares. We like to check it out. Let's see what everyone has starting in the Scholarium.
Have you scribed?
First up, we have Bound Affix Script Berserk adds Berserk, a buff increasing damage done. Bound Affix Script Mangle adds Mangle, a debuff reducing max health. Bound Focus Script Frost Damage adds Frost Damage. And Bound Signature Script Anchorite's Cruelty adds a Consumed Soul Gem to deal Oblivion damage effect. Time to head into the sewers for the Telvar Merchant. We've made our way into Imperial City sewers. Let's see what she has. Starting off with Hughesbane treasure maps. I would not buy these for 6,000 Telvar, not when you can get them so cheaply off of guild traders. But if you're curious, Hughesbane gives us Baraha's Curse and Severa's Scales, as well as a chance for one of 3 book furnishings. Remember, you have to have read them out in the wild and have them in your eidetic memory in order to find them, though, in these treasure maps. If you're not sure how that works, just check out the link below. Next up, we have scripts. We have Bound Affix Script Empower adds Empower, a buff increasing heavy attack damage. Bound Focus Script Pull adds a Pull. And Bound Signature Script War Mage's Defense adds a damage shield. Our leads this week, we have Niswo's Sacramental Wraps. This is part of Gaze of Sithis. This particular lead drops from the Deshaan Public Dungeon Forgotten Crypt from all bosses. Not too terrible to get. Our next lead is Petrified Oak Loop from Oakensoul Ring, and this one drops from Murkmire safe boxes. I've had mixed results on this one. If you're struggling with it, it is here for 25,000 Telvar. Our jewelry, we have a necklace and ring of Imperial Physique. This comes in healthy, arcane, and robust. And also Steadfast Hero necklace and ring. Then finally, we have Twin Slash's Lilac Purple Skill Style. This one you can buy with 20 keys off Maj Alragath. 65,000 Telvar. If you PvP a lot, that might be a good deal for you. However, 20 keys for a lot of people is going to be a little bit easier with pledges. So pick your poison. Let's head over to Infinite Archive and see what we have over there this week. We're now in Infinite Archive. Let's see what Filer Ool has. First up, Archival Enigmas. Consume 20 Archival Enigmas to unlock the Veteran of the Infinite achievement and the Veteran of the Infinite face art. Here's the Veteran of the Infinite face art. At 3,000 Archival Fortunes, if you were to buy 20 of them, this would be a very expensive face art. However, it is guaranteed to drop at some point as long as you do enough dailies. So I say just wait and you'll eventually get it. Next up, we have Somerset treasure maps. 2,000 Archival Fortunes isn't fantastic for Somerset. Not a lot really comes out of the treasure maps in Somerset. If you're curious, Somerset brings us Grace of Gloom, Griffin's Ferocity, and Wisdom of Vannis. None of these break down into Galanda Lacquer, which is something valuable in Somerset. There are 4 potential book furnishings that drop, but Somerset maps are also really cheap on traders. So I say get them that way. Our first plan is Blueprint Breton Cabinet Knotwork. This runs about 25 to 40k on PCNA. PCEU is pretty similar. Not a horrible deal, nothing super fantastic though. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Cowardice, adds Cowardice, a debuff reducing weapon and spell damage. Bound Affix Script Lifesteal adds Lifesteal, a debuff granting healing to attackers. Bound Focus Script Restore Resources adds Resource Restoration. And Bound Signature Script Immobilizing Strike adds an immobilization effect. Our style page, we have another mask this week, Swarm Mother Mask. Now this one drops out of Spindle Clutch 1. The hard mode is super easy. However, the drop rate still stinks. So I absolutely would not be mad at you if you spent 15,000 Archival Fortunes to get this mask and save yourself the headache. Next, we have Companion Equipment Heavy Armor. I don't like companion equipment from this vendor. It is bound when you buy it this way. You're at the mercy of RNG as to which trait you get. I say just go to the traders, but if you are swimming in Archival Fortunes, it is an option, of course. Our second plan is Diagram Solitude Strongbox Iron Bands. It runs about 29 to 34k on PCNA. Similar again on PCEU. Not a bad one. Not not super great, not like last week. Fragment of Hircine. This is one of 5 pieces of the Roar Verdant Green skill style and drops out of the Craglorn Delve Hircine's Haunt. Remember, these fragments are guaranteed drops the first time you do them, so the only reason that I think 1,000 Archival Fortunes would be worth it is if you cannot handle a Craglorn Delve on your own, or don't have friends that can go with you, or for whatever reason think it's too much hassle. But it is here for 1,000 Archival Fortunes. It's not super expensive, but it is a guaranteed drop if you choose to go the other route. Our leads, we have Padme Sigil. This is one of 5 pieces of Monomyth Reforged. This particular lead drops from the Solstice Delve Tainted Leal. Not super horrible to get, I don't think. Our second lead is Wolftail Sash. This one is part of Harpooner's Wading Kilt, and this one drops from Foul Water Fishing in Murkmire. It's not super difficult to get, but the foul water holes are few and far between. They're only in one specific place in Murkmire, as far as I'm aware. And a lot of people don't like fishing, so this would not be a bad one to get. Our next item is Plague Drenched Fabric. 10 of these together create the Periite Skeeve Master Robe. These pieces are found in Orcrest Public Dungeon in Northern Elsewhere. So the first one each day is going to drop relatively easily. After that, they're going to get a little bit more difficult each day. They run about 2,000 gold on PCNA compared to 3,000 Archival Fortunes. Not the best exchange rate in my opinion, but they are here if you're just missing a couple. It would not be a horrible way to finish off. And our final plan this week is Praxis Fargrave Doorway Stone Frame, 13 to 17k on PCNA, even cheaper on EU at 4 to 10k. This one may not be worth it. Honestly, it's not the most expensive plan. All right, and then our books this week, we have The Remnant Truth. This one drops in Infinite Archive, and the eidetic memory is out of Apogee of the Tormenting Eye in Apocrypha. And then The Spires of the 34th Sermon. This book drops out of Infinite Archive as well, but the eidetic memory can be found in Necrom in Telvanni Peninsula. All right, let's see what new gear is dropping this week. Hughesbane brings us Baha. But if you're curious, Hughesbane gives us yeah. Shark bait, Bahraha. Baran. Baran. We just finished some Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping from Reaper's March. That includes Cinch's Bite, Skooma Smuggler, and Soulshine, as well as the Deadlands. That includes Eye of the Grasp, Hexos' Word, and Kind Marcher's Cruelty. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.